check. Wow. Okay. All right. Welcome. I'm testing a whole bunch of brand new stuff right here. A different video camera. I'm having all the audio go directly into the video camera, so there is as little editing as possible. I feel like that's a key thing that I want to do with these quick little gear talks. Also, actually, maybe I'll get something going in the background here. What you'll begin to hear, hopefully in the background, is, yeah, I think it's going. I finally figured out how to get my Squarp Instruments Hermod going. What I think was happening, a huge issue with it, was I was powering my Arturia Micro Freak off of it, and it was I think over-drawing either from the module or from the whole rack brute with power, and so everything was messing up. I did do the 2BU video previously with it, but I didn't use much Micro Freak on that one, which I think was a key thing that made that work. The Micro Freak was even canceling out other things, but I was having kind of weird issues with that. So anyways, I'm trying to go for mixing. I've got that working now. I've got different things for as far as mixers go. I do have the Dofer A138 stereo mixer, but with panning, I kind of have it so that I have separate channels coming into this Zoom R16 so I can record 8 things independently. Now you can do something similar with, sorry, the music's taking me on a journey here at the same time. You can do something similar with an Expert Sleepers ES9, but those things are like $1,000. These things you can get used for like $200 now, and you can hook up and record 8 things simultaneously and not even have to jump into a computer. SD card in here saves it all, which is fantastic. So the one thing I noticed though on one of my previous videos was, for example, you can hear the bass now. If I brought this bass way down, I can hear it go down, but it's still recording it at full volume there. So when I would remix it and I would say, ooh, I gotta bring the bass down a little bit, it would never go down in the end mix because I would already set it up to have a good mix throughout the whole thing. This setup now is a little bit more live, where I can adjust things and you'll hear it in real time. Anyways, this is my new idea. And with all this, there's a couple new things. This also I can zoom. Let me try and zoom here. There we go. Couple new things. You'll see it right in the top here. The Qubit Nautilus. I had to trade. It was a hefty trade. I traded the Polycinematic straight up for the Nautilus, which I think is a great, fantastic trade. But I quite enjoyed the Polycinematic. So I don't know. Was it worth it? Who knows? Another cool thing, I've been kind of touting these Motley Modular modules in here, and I was thinking about it the other day. What I did that was so much fun was it came with a sheet explaining a little bit about what each of them did, but not too much. Like, it didn't say plug into here and plug into here. So I was kind of figuring out from what it said what I wanted them to do and come up with different things and try and figure out these utilities. And they're all small. Like, I mean, I think the biggest one, this might be the biggest one right here at 4 HP. One of them I'll get to in a second, way over on my other case. But you can see actually this one going right now. Up in the top there, the Vomit. Love that one with the lights, the blinky lights. That one, literally, I said I don't think I liked the name in the previous video, but Vomit, it stands for voltmeter, which now that all makes sense. It's kind of spewing out the indicator there. You can switch it right now. I think I like it with the green and red. Before I had it on with just the green. There's a switch on there that you can switch between the two. I don't know if I can reach them. I was using my towel as a send return. Whereas now I kind of use it as a crossfader or as a switcher. Like if I jump back a little bit into that, and if you listen to just the lead, maybe I'll pull out some of the other bits. Right now I have it as the Manasateratas playing this, but I could always switch it to the cubic chord. Depending upon the song, I feel like the cubic chord doesn't sound as good in this one. I also have it going through, I think, the Nautilus. I feel like the Manasateratas sounds way better. But you could also move it somewhere in the middle and have them combined when they're playing. Ooh, that actually sounds super cool. Maybe I would want a combination. So it's kind of cool. It's got that crossfading. I think there's a slight detune between the two. That's the one tricky thing with the chord is like if I even just... You can hear it jumping all around and I'm just touching that tune knob there. But that's super cool. So the towel right there, there's the Nautilus. Adding a whole bunch in there. But the towel, you can kind of swap between the two. So I kind of have them all hooked up. The Motley, I'm using just the top one right now to kind of split up that pitch information to go to the chord and the Manasateratas so that I could kind of switch between whichever one I wanted to do as my lead. They're both coming into veils here. And what I have it do is I kind of have it with the gate information before the delay so that it'll, once it stops the gate, it'll still have that delay trail at the end after it plays the note, which I think is kind of cool. The other one, I would have to change my whole camera. Let me see if I can get it here. Ooh, it's way over. I don't know, I'm going to see if I can zoom in. I didn't even know, so initially here it is way over here, the AYDABTU, Ayadabutu. This one way over here, initially I was just using it kind of like how I would use my mutable instruments ears or my Pico input as an input, because I kind of read that this could be an input and you could double the sound and things like that. But what I found super cool, so I was talking, all these Motley Modular ones I purchased from Steve Begin, from Ottawa, home of Tom Green. Anyway, I guess it's kind of a long story. If you've watched one of my other videos, I put a thing out there, said to anybody, help me make my disting screens. He's the only one that replied, built them. I purchased them off him. At the same time, I purchased the towel. And then I also was kind of trading with him and got a whole bunch of these ones here. But my idea that I'm wondering if more places would do this, or maybe even if Steve would be interested in doing this, he sent me a couple of them, and I didn't know what I was getting. One of them was this, the restraint I'll talk about in a second, and the Motley and the Vomit. And I had to kind of learn them, and it was so much fun trying to learn these pieces and what they could do. For example, this one now I use in everything, absolutely everything. I didn't even know that I needed it, and it's so amazing. What it can do is what it stands for, all that is, all your dynamics are belong to us. And for me, it's actually all your bass are belong to us, because I have the Moog Mavis running into it, which I usually have playing my bass notes. And I also have my kick drum coming into it, and it has, so it's putting some compression on the Moog Mavis to keep it a little bit more of a stable sound. But at the same time, coming in from the kick drum right here is a side chain. So I noticed in some of my other ones, my kick drum was kind of getting washed out or lost inside the bass. But this now dips it around my kick drum, and my kick drum sounds way heavier, all just because of this one little module. I didn't even know I needed a side chain. But I had this in here. I told Steve how I was using it, and he said, no, try this. Tried it out. Fantastic. Unbelievable. Now, the last one I was playing with, I'll see if I can get it in here. Maybe I'll see if I can get a better shot of it. Yeah, right here, the restrain. Now, I might have, I have it turned off. There we go. So, what I have here is I have hooked up my Micro Freak into the restrain, into Veils, and it's coming out. What's neat about the restrain is you can, and again, this is my understanding of what's happening here, is I can apply some clipping to the high and the low. So if you think of your wave scribble when you're looking at it, the top is the higher stuff, the bottom is the lower stuff. You can apply clipping to one or the other. So right now, I have some high clipping happening. It's only applying it to the high end. If I get rid of that, here's what it should sound like with no clipping. And I have it going straight in too, so we can check if it does change anything. Let me turn that one off. There's it straight in. There's it straight in also. But now, let's see if we can apply some, let's leave the high completely open, and let's apply some low clipping. And when you clip something, when you kind of clip it off, it's going to add that distortion, which is cool. So you could add distortion only on the low end stuff and the high end be wide open. Or we could apply it to both. And then we're really messing it up there. Now it might be cool to run that into the Aurora or something after that. But I quite like it without any low-end clipping and just some of the high-end clipping. And imagine after if you smooth that out with the Aurora. Super cool. Like, I don't even think, I never would have thought that I needed or wanted anything like that, which is why I wonder that, and a lot of these are Steve's kind of ideas. These are his things that he's put together and he's building, and they're coming soon. You could probably purchase them soon at Cicada. Already you can purchase the towel and the fancy disting screens. They're way better than the ones I have. He's got brand new ones. These ones are just he put these together for me. They're just the ones off Thonk. Oh, you can't even see them. Let me see. There we go. Oh, I got my little up in the top corner here too, the Tri-City Synthesizer Society emblem in the background. But he put together these ones up here for me. They are fantastic, absolutely fantastic. They completely change the disting, because when you're using this thing, your hands are always in front of the screen there. You can't see anything. Now you just look up there. You can see exactly what's happening. Fantastic. The distings are my favorite module because of those screens. Well, and because they're unbelievable and awesome. But also all these little things. Now I wonder if a company, maybe not even just Steve, but if someone like Qubit, they make bigger ones. I kind of like it with these. Maybe Erica Synths would do something like this with a smaller module. Here's a whole bunch of ideas that we're thinking of releasing. Try them out in your case and let us know what you think, and we can give you ideas and talk you through. And you get it for a reduced price, a whole bunch of utilities, which, like, all your dynamics are belong to us. I don't ever have unpatched. Where is it? Way over there. All your dynamics are belong to us. I don't ever have it unpatched. It's in absolutely everything. It makes the kick drum sound so fantastic when the Moog Mavis is playing its bass. But yeah, like, I got to work in the restraint a little bit more. I just hooked it up today to try and figure it out. This was the last one that I hadn't figured out yet. And I think, again, I could be wrong. Steve may see this and say, no, you're doing it wrong. But I think I've got it right. You can kind of see, what I like is you can kind of see when it's high, when it's clipping up at the top there, and when it's clipping on the low end. But maybe there's more stuff that I'm not even understanding. You can control voltage it so that the distortion kind of comes in and out. Seems super cool. So, I don't know. That was just an idea that I had. I had so much fun figuring out where I would use each of these ones. And now I feel like I would use the restraint more now that I've figured it out. Is that a fun thing? Should companies do that? I don't know. Like, I feel like if it was, how would you call it? The utility discovery pack? For reduced rate, you purchase like this. They're going to send you 4 random utility things that you can kind of discover and discuss with the company, what they do, how you're using them. To me, that seems like an amazing idea, but maybe it wouldn't catch on. I don't know. I almost like that name too. The Random Utility Discovery Pack, RUDP, RUDP. Nah, that doesn't have a good acronym. But anyways, I don't know. Fantastic stuff. I'm gonna end my video there. We'll see. Maybe in the future you will find out about the Random Utility Discovery Packs. Maybe not. Maybe it's a terrible idea. I have no idea. Well, I do have that idea, but I don't have an idea whether it's good or bad. And I got the Squarp Hermod working, so I think I'm going to be able to do a whole bunch of cool things coming up. Although, I don't know. We're going to see. I might be switching things up totally, because I'm now thinking about, with the Tri-City Synthesizer Society, I made a couple of those. It actually, the emblem that I didn't make the emblem, but I made all these little things. They were on the news. All these, they're like high quality wall stickers. They were on the news, which was super cool. The stickers were, as well as the Tri-City Synthesizer Society for an event that they were putting on. And everyone has a hard time saying Tri-City Synthesizer Society. Try saying it 5 times super fast. It's one of those things. My point was, they put on EMOMs, live EMOMs, electronic music open mic nights. And I think I want to try performing. So I feel like this case now is too small. I need a bigger case. So I might try, I don't know. I might see if I can rework something here or put something together so I could maybe perform live instead of just in the studio. I've been doing kind of those outdoor ones, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. And I got more covers coming up, and I got some ideas for once I'm done my covers. I want to try and get about 15 of them in there. Anyway, this video is long enough. I don't know that it's actually going to work. I got to see if I can easily mix this thing down, recording 2 channels, if I can break up the stereo, edit it, and more coming on the All Weather Haulage channel. Thanks for watching, fellow hitchhikers.